Drops by. He's a great talent, and he's got a new Christmas record today. It's known to drive women and at least 10% of you men crazy. But he's taken. So I'm sorry to tell you, Michael Buble. He's on his way, and here's his bio.
You know, the best love songs, the ones that really get you in the gut, aren't actually about love. They're often about breaking up, broken hearts, or just love gone bad.
I still feel alone, just wanna go home.
So what happens when you're a multi-platinum, Grammy Award-winning crooner? You're famous for singing these great hurtin' songs, and then suddenly you're crazy in love. You're happily married. Well, we'll ask Michael Buble because he should know.
And you make me work, so you work, so
Michael went through a tough, very public breakup a few years ago. He had to do some soul searching, some growing up. We talked about it.
For me, it had a lot to do with what I've gone through in my career or in my life.
And he figured out what was most important to him. It was his family. And it was through his family that Michael connected with the girl of his dreams, Luisana Lopilato. Calls her Lou. Lou's an actress, a singer, a model, and in Argentina, where she's from, she's even bigger than Michael Buble. Since getting hitched, Buble has been cool singing those songs about lost love, but how about writing them? We do know that happiness has helped him open up in other ways. It's led him to record a new Christmas album, like the ones he loved as a boy growing up in Burnaby, BC, where he is still more famous than his new bride.
you know that all I want for Christmas is you.
He's also got a new photo book. It's an intimate peek into what his life in the spotlight looks like.
Michael Buble's got a Christmas record. Yeah.
Nice to see you. What's going on? Nothing, man. I'm happy. Good. Everything's good.
Yeah, Christmas record coming out, and
My mom just texted me right before, and she said, "Are you going on the George Stephanopoulos show? Is it on tonight or is it taping?"
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, let's say on your mom for me.
Of course.
Well, welcome back. And I love the fact you having a Christmas record. A Christmas record for an artist is like in the old days when a country artist had to have their gospel album. It was just rite of passage.
Yeah.
And for you, you have to put out a Christmas record, right?
Yeah, man, I waited because I felt like this Christmas record was going to be the most important record of my life.
How come?
Man, people think I'm crazy when I say that, but I felt like if I made it right, if I did a good job with it, if I did what I thought I could do, that it would be part of my legacy, you know. And I think Christmas meant so much to me growing up because my family made it so great for us. And that Bing Crosby record was playing in the house constantly. It was a big part of my life, you know. It had a big impact on me. And so I felt like, you know, if I had done this the right way, that maybe I could, you know, make an impact on somebody else, you know, and be part of their celebration. The truth is, man, it's really humbling to, you know, knowing how important this holiday is for me. It's humbling to be invited into millions of people's homes.
You know, there's this idea that, it's an old, like, great love story idea that when you looked at this, you know, the Danube River, that if it looked blue, you were in love or you were heartbroken, right? So your view of this river changed based on where you were in your heart. When you sing songs that are essentially beautiful love songs and sometimes heartbreak songs, when you've got a solid relationship and you're happy and you're married, like, is it different for you to sing these songs?
No, I gotta just it's like being an actor. I mean, you go and you read the script and you take yourself to a place that allows you to be emotionally honest, or as emotionally honest as you can be. And that was a good question, because everything I've ever written, everything that's become a hit for me, from Home to Lost to everything to Haven't Met You Yet to Hollywood, I was in a bad or great place. Either I had come out of a relationship and been destroyed, or I had destroyed someone in a relationship, or there was always, you know, this heavy, you know, sadness or happiness. And now I'm just like
over your
boring, happy. You know what I mean? I wonder now, like, am I going to be able to write a song? Because I feel I'm like happy.
You're happy. Well, you know, because there's always this moment where a stand-up comic is really great, and the moment a stand-up comic has kids and starts telling jokes about his kids, I'm like, okay, check please, I'm done. So, for you, do you have to dig a little deeper, work a little harder? Because that's what's good for your life is terrible for your art.
Yes.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Are you struggling with that at all?
I'm starting to with the writing. Yeah.
Scared her to be mad at you.
Because now, what do I write? It's like I'm writing, and it's like, you know, I could eat this, or maybe not. I don't know. I can't. There's nothing there. Like when I wrote the song Lost. piano, and I was wasted, completely. And
In your house, just sitting at the piano?
I was in Australia.
Okay.
And I was sitting on this piano. I can't play the piano, but I was like, I write my songs on playing the chords. I can only play the chords. And I was like, out of it. But I was really sad. I'd come out of this long relationship, and I like sat down, and I remember like plunking up this melody and going like, can't believe it's over. I watched the whole thing fall, and I never saw all the writing that was on the wall. And it all just came. Yeah. And now, what am I going to sing about? Well, what am I going to sing about now?
Well, what are you going to sing about?
Well, things are pretty good. What are we going to do tonight?
If you think about it, you know,
I see a movie.
There's this great pictures of you in this book and also stories, but what interesting, to be in this really happy place, which is crazy considering that when you first met her, she didn't even think you played for her team.
No, totally no.
Right.
But she didn't speak English.
Right.
Like, for those of you who haven't heard the story, I'll make it very...
Lou is his wife.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so I meet her at after a show. I finished the show in Argentina, and I'm really down about my relationship. It's really bad. It was a bad time for me.
This is the only one of the three.
The only one. I'm in with. I got my grandpa with me, and I was struggling through. This is about 3 months after. I was having a bad time. And anyway, so I finished the show, and I'm leaving out this driveway where they've taken the VIP guests and sort of stuffed everyone down. And I leave, and I see about 40 feet away the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I turned to my grandpa, and I said, Grandpa, that is the most beautiful woman I have seen in my life.
What did he say?
And he said, he didn't see her. He just had to trust me. He didn't see her. So, but but I was really, I can't tell you how deep I was, like, bummed. Like, something affected me, and I looked at him, and I said, Grandpa, I said, I'm never going to see her again. That's it. Like, I've seen this girl, and something hit me, and I'm never going to see her again. And an hour and a half later, we were in the bar, the hotel. They had made us a little party thing, and we were in our own private room, and like I said, I was down. I was drinking too much at that point, and the guy who runs the record company in Argentina said, would you like to meet one of our most famous actors and actresses? And I said, oh, yeah, okay, whatever, fine. She walks in the room. She's with this dude who makes Brad Pitt look like a fat, ugly dude. Oh. He's incredibly good. Like, the dude is really good looking dude. Like whatever. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I can't compete with this dick. And that's what I'm thinking. And I'm looking at him and her, and I'm thinking like, oh, awesome. I meet like the love of my life and her husband or her boyfriend.
How do you know she was the love of your life and not just a hot girl?
Dude, there's something. I don't know. I can't explain it. Anyway, turned out the love of my life couldn't speak English. Right. It turned out the love of my life's friend could. So I sat with him, but I didn't want to hit on her because I thought they were together. I didn't know.
And coming out of the relationship, you're trying to be a good guy now, right?
Of course. So I'm talking to him, trying to figure out in very roundabout ways, like really. And of course, now I'm on my 4th glass of scotch, and I'm starting to like, say like, I remember actually saying to him like, oh my God, your arms are so big, eh? You're all muscly, like, holy shit, I'd love to have those muscles. And then I said like, you guys are really good looking together. And he was like, no, we're not together, And I was like, really? She's single? Yes, she's single and she likes you. I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest night of my life. But what I didn't realize is, she's at the same time on the text with her mom saying, oh my God, I come to meet Michael Buble and he is so gay.
She actually thought you were homosexual.
Believe me.
Because you're going like this, right? To the guy.
That's what she sees. She can't. So she doesn't understand the words. She just sees me like, or добрый divorce. Oh, you girl, booger. We joke about it now because sometimes like I even wonder if like. Oh, and nothing. I didn't think it would be funny if, like, I accidentally, like, looked down or something like that, and what she would really, anyway.
If you actually were gay, yeah.
So she found out that I wasn't, and I actually told her, man. I said to her the second night that I hung out with her, I said, I'm going to marry you. I'm going to come back here, and you're going to learn English, I'm going to learn Spanish.
How many scotches at that point when you said that?
That was sober. The next day, sober.
Right.
And later, I asked her what she thought about that when I told her that I wanted to marry her. And she said her honest thought was, yeah, every guy say that to me.
Is there, you know, when you have, especially in the beginning, a big language barrier, are there nuances that get missed?
It was really tough.
Yeah.
Really tough with that language barrier. Absolutely. Things,
like your comedy, all that
taken out of context, or especially texting.
Yeah. Didn't your grandfather play a role in your first date in a weird way? I heard that you were on your first date with Lou. You talked about your grandfather like it was the thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was on the phone with my grandpa, and man, I can't even talk about it now. Holy crap.
Oh, dude, anyway, yeah.
I was on the phone with him, and he told me he wasn't feeling very well. He was tired a lot, and his heart wasn't. He knew something was wrong, you know. And so I came into the room, and I started thinking. I said, you know, Lou said, what's wrong? I said, oh, my, grandpa's not feeling too good. And she said to me, she said, oh, that's too bad. And I just said, yeah. I said, one day, I hope if we have kids, that our kids will get to know him. And I said, not just know him, not just know him in pictures,
Yeah.
Not just know because of stories that we've told, or I said I wanted them to know how incredible this guy was, the patriarch of our family, this incredibly generous, loving, funny, beautiful guy that inspired me, Anyway, I couldn't talk. This poor wife of mine at the time, I started to cry, which is okay, but I cried. I cried for like 2 hours. And I couldn't stop. And the more I talked about him, and I was
all the way from Argentina.
She went all the way to Argentina, and she's like, who is this puss that I'm with? And it's funny, because at that point, I was so broken up, I was so scared of losing him, and the thought of it was just far too heavy for me to bear to process.
I lost my grandmother. It's a game changer, so as long as you can, right?
And so what was neat about my wife is when I finished being a little bitch and crying for 2 hours or so, I said to her, I'm so sorry, I'm so embarrassed, and she said to me, you are so sexy, she said, like a boy, like a man who can cry, that's some sexy shit.
Stick around, we're going to find out the story behind Michael's selection of hockey pucks. Anthropology and Buble after this.
This week on the Mercer Report, whale watching in the Bay of Fundy with opera singer Misha Brugger-Gosman.
An all-new Rip